Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the Mediabyte channel. Today we are going to be talking about a movie that honestly I was not interested in seeing originally because I wasn't sure if it was going to be as good as the original films were, because I wasn't 100% on board with the second film in this series. But this movie really does make you care about stories outside of the first and second films that aren't as tied in to the original franchise. If somehow you clicked on this video and you don't have any clue what I'm talking about A Quiet Place Day One, which honestly I was kind of surprised at how much I enjoyed this movie. And with that, we'll see as we move on, and let's jump into the video for today. Well, if you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, then you probably are very confused by what I'm talking about here and what I was talking about earlier. But the story of A Quiet Place Day One, which from this point on will be called Day One because A Quiet Place Day One is a very long title to say every 10 seconds. Either way, there's this woman named Samaria, I might be mispronouncing that, and she is sick with, I believe, cancer, or at least it seems like it's cancer. It's never said explicitly, but I believe it's cancer. Her, some of the people in her care home, and her cats all go to a play inside New York City. They're at a play and suddenly alarms go off and they're leaving, and aliens start dropping down from the sky, and then the movie begins. Basically, that's the way it starts. She gets separated from the other people in her group, and she meets someone while she's wandering around, and they last together until the end of the movie. Basically, it's just them two fighting against this unknown entity as they decipher what's going on and what's not happening. The relationship between those two people and the cat is 100% what makes this movie as good and as tight-knit as it honestly as it could have possibly been. They strike through kind of the very origin of the alien invasion as they learn what they can and can't do around A Quiet Place aliens. I honestly really greatly enjoyed this film, and it was so heartfelt, almost honestly completely out of nowhere. I was not ready for how heartfelt this movie was. Initially, I thought this movie was going to be almost a cash grab, where it doesn't feel like it fits into the rest of the franchise in any real conceivable way. But honestly, this movie fits into A Quiet Place 1 and A Quiet Place 2 100% without a doubt on my mind, and honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. It's a surprisingly beautiful relationship that it has in this movie, and it almost feels like a completely separate film that they couldn't get made unless it was tied to a franchise in some way or the other. And then this is just how they had to get the movie made. Because honestly, if this was a completely different movie, not in this franchise, and you told me it was a completely different movie originally, I wouldn't be surprised, and this film is just that good. Not that's not a diss on A Quiet Place or A Quiet Place 2, but this movie is that good, at least in my opinion. I really greatly enjoyed A Quiet Place Day One. There's so many moments in this film that are based on humanity and the coming togetherness of what that really means, and I find it very beautiful. But it's worth watching 100%. I honestly wasn't interested, but I was you know what, let's just put it on, let's just see what it's about. I greatly enjoyed this film beyond what I ever thought. So please go see this movie. It's on Prime, I think. And you can buy it on a lot of physical media stuff, I'm sure, which I'm a big proponent of, so buy it physically if you can. If you can't afford it, Prime is there for a reason, so watch it there too. You're already paying for it if you pay for Amazon Prime, so go watch it and, stream it. So, I really like this movie, honestly. Moments of it are very emotional, and I don't want to spoil the ending, because the ending really got to me, but the cat survives. If that's something you're worried about, the cat does survive, so don't worry about that. The cat lives all the way through the film, and that's the only spoiler I'll tell you about the end. The cat does survive. The cat doesn't die or anything like that, so if that's something you're worried about, the cat does not die. So yeah, I like this movie a lot. Thank you for watching this. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. I hope you all liked this video. If you want to listen to all of our podcasts, it's on the Mediabyte Podcast Network. It should be on all your favorite podcast apps. If it's not on your favorite podcast app, please let me know, because that's probably my fault and not yours. So let me know, and I'll try to make sure it's on there or send you a link to it. At Mediabyte Co is on TikTok. I do a bunch of TikToks on there. Mediabyte Company is on Instagram. TikTok is all my physical media stuff mostly. So all the stuff you see, over here, all this stuff. If you want to see this stuff more in depth and me talk about more stuff in here, this is where you see those things happen. So Yes. So thank you all, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.